Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Weather with Ryan forecast video. Today we have a potential for severe weather in our area. We are at a level 2 out of 5. And next week we're at a slight risk, which is level 2 out of 5 already for Wednesday. I'll have more information on this in just a few minutes. Before we get into the severe threat and timing that out for today and the severe threat for next week, let's go over the general consensus of what to expect today. For the highlights, there's a potential for strong to severe storms, mainly this evening, with a slight risk at level 2 out of 5 across our entire region. Large hailstones, damaging winds will be the most likely hazards, although there is good enough shear in southern Illinois to maybe possibly produce a tornado or two. Please continue to monitor the latest forecast and any potential watches and warnings. If we move down, there's an excessive rainfall outlook into today and tonight. A cold front is forecast to move through our region tonight, producing scattered showers or thunderstorms. Thunderstorms will be capable of producing very heavy rainfall. Storms with heavy rain may briefly overwhelm drainage systems, and more substantial flooding will be possible in areas that have already had a lot of flooding and the ground is really saturated. I want to shift our attention to the current satellite imagery. Right now you can just see some non-severe clouds going over our area right now. Whenever we start to see severe clouds like thunderstorms building up, you'll start to see them bubbling up. I don't have an example, but right now, there is no thunderstorm development, and that will stay this way until probably around 6 p.m. We're actually going to have more of an overnight threat for tonight. But, yeah, let's go take a look at the models and see what they're saying. All right, taking a look at the HRRR, it's just 2 p.m. today. You can start to see some general showers and thunderstorms start to develop over in western portions of Illinois. They start to move across our area, and thunderstorm development really starts to pick up around 6 p.m. You can start to see these little isolated cells start to fire up. Those will not actually go into our region. Those are actually going to continue eastward through Indiana. This is going to form into a big MCS. Look how they explode in coverage over at 6, 7, 8. Boom. You got massive scattered thunderstorms over in portions of southern Illinois. These are going to track eastward through Indiana. They will actually not impact our region. We're actually not really forecasting any storms unless the HRRR all of a sudden tries to paint these storms right here, like down here, which I don't think they will, because all the runs recently have been showing the storms staying up in Illinois. But these storms are going to be packing a punch with damaging winds, large hail, and possibly a brief spin-up tornado. Nothing's off the table. There is enough shear for a possible little QLCS tornado threat, but these are really going to punch through Indiana and southwestern and southern portions of Illinois. It looks like a big old MCS, and that's going to go ahead and die out around 4 a.m. tomorrow. But look at our area. Look at around Kentucky. It's generally clear throughout the whole night as we back it back. I mean, look, there's barely any storm development. And all the models and all the recent runs have been showing this. So we might get off scot-free for the severe weather for today. I want to shift our attention from the severe weather threat for today to an actual day 4 outlook that the SBC put out yesterday. I actually didn't see this whenever I uploaded my video yesterday. I didn't even know they put this out. I saw it right after I uploaded it, and I was like, oh man, I should have put it in there. Sorry guys, I didn't see it. But anyway, it's still a day 4 outlook. They have expanded it a little bit more eastward, so it looks like the severe threat is shifting a little bit east, but this is a big 15% risk for severe weather in our area. Let's go take a look at the models and see what they're saying. Taking a look at the 500 millibar map, right now you can see this little low pressure system, this one low pressure system that's causing us problems for today. And this is going to be a little cheat code whenever you're forecasting weather, whenever you're looking at 500 millibar maps. If you ever see like a divot like this, that's whenever you know that there is going to be lift and storms. Whenever you see a divot like this, and that's going to cause lift out in front of that divot, and then there's going to be cold air rushing in, and whenever you see those divots, it brings in warm air from the Gulf of Mexico, and then boom, you got lift over here, and this is where you get your thunderstorm development. So that's what's been causing our problems for today. You see that divot right there? That's causing lift in our area, and that's what's causing these storms. A cold front's coming through this weekend, and that's what's going to cause these storms. This Sunday at 7 p.m., start to see that little divot, and then, after today, moves on. And then this is Tuesday, Wednesday, let's try and find the other divot. Oh, I think I see the divot. The divot is right there, the divot, and that's going to bring in cold air into our area, and that's going to cause lift in over here, bring in warm air from the Gulf of Mexico, and then that's going to cause thunderstorm development in our area. That is why we have that day 4 outlook. Taking a look at the surface cape, this next storm system, I'm not really focused on this storm system for today. I actually think we're not going to get the brunt of it. I'm more focused on the next one. This next storm system is going to actually bring in a lot of convective available potential energy, or CAPE, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Look at this. We almost have 14,000 joules per kilogram, almost 4,000, around 4,000 joules per kilogram down in western Tennessee. Pretty high values of CAPE, and then this is at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Very high CAPE values, 25,000 joules per kilogram in our area, almost 44,000 joules per kilogram over in like northern portions of Georgia. Very, very high CAPE values. A lot of storm fuel for these thunderstorms to develop whenever there's sufficient lift, and it's bringing in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and we have this high CAPE values. That's never good. I'll be keeping an eye on this for this big storm system coming through next week. Let's go ahead and take a close look at the 500 millibars. This is for today at 18Z. We do have sufficient jet stream going in for today, but as I said before, I really just don't think we're going to get that much. But let's go ahead and take a look at Wednesday. There is a little shortwave trough coming through here, this little kinks in the jet stream. You see how wobbly these like lines are? That is going to cause, that's forcing for these severe storms. That's forcing for thunderstorms to develop. You see how like kinked these are? That's never good. That's never good. You don't want to see that in the jet stream. That's going to cause forcing for development for thunderstorms. It's going to cause the hot air to rise, and then they're going to become thunderstorms because there's moisture in the air. We do have synoptic flow over here with around 35 knots of 500 millibar jet stream. I mean, that it's not the most impressive thing ever, but it still is a cause for concern. There is sufficient synoptic forcing for severe storms and thunderstorms to develop on Wednesday. Taking a look at the dew points for Wednesday at 5 in the morning, it's already pretty high dew points over in 66, 65 over in Paducah, and 66 down in Murray. But the dew points are increasingly high. Around 3 p.m., 72 dew points, 73. It's going to be pretty miserable outside on Wednesday. At 6 p.m., 74 dew points over in Murray, 73 over in Paducah. Very high dew points, so there's going to be a lot of moisture in the air for these thunderstorms to develop. As I said before, you got those kinks in the jet stream that's going to cause hot air to rise. There's going to be sufficient moisture for these storms to get rapid updrafts and start to fire, and that's how we get storms. Taking a look at the lightning flash rate, which is basically simulated lightning in these storms. Taking a look at this is Wednesday at 4 p.m. You could really start to see this huge swath of lightning. That's a lot of lightning. This would be an MCS, a mesoscale convective system, which is basically a quasi line of storms. I don't know if you've always seen those line of storms, like those derechos where it's a big line of storms moving that way. That's what a QLCS or stuff like that is. But this would be a cause for concern. You see this big line of lightning that could easily shift. That could easily be like right here, and it could be going towards us. We'll just have to see. It's a little bit too early to tell what the threat is, like timing out who's going to get impacted and all this. But the general consensus is there will be some sort of storms and possibly strong to severe storms on Wednesday. Thank you guys again for tuning in to this Weather with Ryan forecast video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay in the loop for any severe weather information. I'll keep you guys updated on today's storm and next week's storm, because next week's storm is looking pretty interesting. See you guys in the next video.